skill development in the field of library science. Mainly, it raised different stages like certificate course, diploma course, later bachelor's, master's, master of philosophy, doctorate, and also postdoctoral level programs are existing right now. The advancement of knowledge levels has also raised the status of the profession. International coordination and also cooperation in the field of library and information science developed enormous evaluation due to the IT adopted in the all the corners of the service sector, including the library services too. The profession of librarianship is based on the social philosophy. It was a science as per the Ranganathan research. How it will be scientifically proved as a course like a science, and also touched social philosophy too. Basically, librarianship involves preparation of the librarians. There is a person responsible for locating, processing, storing, and retrieval of information, and it's a dissemination. Mainly, the real goal of librarians to serve the social transcript of the document as per the requirement of user in the organization by developing the skills, acquiring, organize, and also service the records of the social transcript. Whatever the form of the document, librarian should be attended as per the user needs, and also check the behavioral studies of the user interaction with the document, maybe the electronic or physical mode. Library science in the changing of the society, social agencies and institutions reflected enormous change by the nature and also as well as the function of the services. Library as social agency. Maybe public libraries attend social needs at the root level, and also school education needed the library services to the students. Those are including the Anganwadis, even including play schools. How the habit of reading to be inculcated with the students to develop their knowledge. In the early concept of the librarianship, mainly it's mentioned as an assistantship to develop the skills, train the library profession to attend the needs of the user. Later, library science evolved as a science. It is treated as a science, fulfill the most of the characteristics of a science subject. Science means it's a knowledge ascertained by observation and experiment, critically tested, systematized, and brought under the general principles. As per the Webster new 20th century dictionary of English language, we can see the science as a systematized knowledge derived from observation, study, and experimentation, carried in order to determine the nature of or principle of what is being studied. Library science is not just a social science, it is also science. With a scientific method of applications, derived the results as per the scientific knowledge. That's why many people feel that it's just like a course, a library science. Socially, we can attend whatever the needs of the society. But it's a very technical course. When we go for the classification system, as well as the cataloging, it's not so easy to attend. The categories of the knowledge, where the new knowledge is going to create. Already small examples I mentioned last time in the last sessions. Technology and the biology. Technical oriented person will see only the technological aspects. Biology person, look into the biological sciences as a library science information. Profession, we have to think about that the linking of the knowledge between the new derivation of the new knowledge, how it will be possessed by your technology. At the same time, micro, macro, nano, these are mentioning about the new technological innovations going to come up in the society. Mainly basis for library science, father of library science, Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, in his 5 laws of library science, claims that the information can be delivered in the format of justification, how it will be attended to the user needs. Mainly, formulation of library laws, 5 laws, as a spiral of scientific method into action. It's not just like derived. How it will be expected, and also expectations from the user to attend the needs. Even it is sustaining present needs and also future requirements. As per the Ranganathan's enunciation of 5 laws is truly epoch-making. You establish the claim of the subject of the science on sound basis. According to Elizabeth Thompson, it is mentioned that the knowledge and skill by which printed or written records are recognized, collected, organized, and utilized. As per the Raymond Irwin, defined as a collection, preservation, organization, and use of record communication. We are communicating the recorded information to the user by facilitating as per the requirement of the user, according to the goal of that particular organization and the society. Later documentation, you can see document is a new technique being developed for the purpose of record organization and dissemination of specialized knowledge. With the documentation taken place, is a recorded format into the accessible form to the user based on the requirement of that particular society or else particular organization. It is not only the science, it is also as an art. By collecting the information, selecting the information, classifying the information, cataloging the information, and also making ready accessible by looking into the location and also develop the new ideas or thoughts embodied in the document and retrieving as per the guidelines of the user needs. It became a basic necessary in the industrial age too. Previously, agrarian, later it attended industrial use and also formed into the information age. Excuse me. Mainly in the documentation, what is the purpose? Why the document to be recorded? What is the need of that particular record? If you go to the music section, if you are a music librarian, how you will document the things as per the requirement of the listeners into that particular program, Janaranjani or else whatever it is, or in visual media, TV. How these things well defined when the people ask for the particular film song, immediately we used to circulate as a music librarian, as a librarian at All India Radio. At the same time, Doordarshan. And also, for example, research reference group. When any issue going to come up, the documentation will be taken place such a way that whenever they click away from the part of that particular record, if anything happen, how the people will collect the, even including the photographs. Something happened to any person. How we come to know that the person records suddenly? How it appears? It is only based on the system developed to access to particular information. Maybe the photographs, maybe the briefs of particular person into the highlighting the needs on particular issue. Small example, we can see recent issues. Won the election by the Congress leaders in that Karnataka. How they said about that particular area, from where they have come, how this will be recorded, how they served society previously, how it can be elaborated to the particular society to make use of particular document or particular information. So these all will be recorded as per the classification system of information professional working into the particular media and communication sector. So how the document is important, where can be accommodated, for whom purpose, for what purpose, to be predefined manner by the information profession. Documentation has progressed steadily during past 55 decades, 50 years. Now, attempts at world coverage scientific literature through a network of proposed and existent national documentation centers spread over different countries. Already last time I mentioned about the National Informatics Center. It collects the information how the agriculture sector is going to come up with the needs to attend a population regarding the food grains to develop. How the crop from sowing to collecting the bags into the processed material or processed food. How much damage is going on? How much crop will be yields? Attend the needs of the particular society. These are documentation by the agriculture sector. The same thing in a higher education too. Now, after library science, documentation, then information. Previously, we used to call documentationist or documentation officer, librarian. Now, librarian information science added, based on the information age, added as a information as a term to the library science. Origin of information science. You can see page number 250 is how the scope, meaning, and also the origin and evaluation of information science. How it evaluated. Evolution taken place from associativeship, documentalist, as well as information scientist. We can see that librarian, not only just librarian, he become as a knowledge manager and also somewhere information scientist. How the social, economical, and also political, legal features of information and information services requirement to become more and more. We can see that education sector, how the research taken place. What is the information science? Emergent direction into the scientific knowledge with the technological advancement taken place. It is also mentioned as a discipline may also concern itself with generation of growth of information in different environment. Already mentioned about the technology bio, combined with the biotechnology. Nanotechnology. Nanotechnology is based on the material research going on. Last time I mentioned the pencil-like pillars based on the strengthening of the material becomes a nanotechnology. Dissemination, diffusion, and also transfer information in different user environments. I'm just mentioning every class. We are not just librarian to a particular organization or a particular field. It may change in future. Even the companies, somewhere they are in infrastructure and also IT development sector, including aviation too. It is not limiting the enhancement of the corporate sector into the multivariant. Somewhere we used to say about that IT, they're coming into the physical mode and industrial usage, industrial production sector. Small example we can tell about the Amazon. Amazon just service-based sector. Later, they're handling the companies, including they're investing in the production too. So how this information science also touching all the areas, when we go equipped with profession like library and information science students, we're getting opportunity, be in the forefront, maybe the wherever level you go, in the corporate, entrepreneurship, or as R&D sector, or a education field. How the information is like nowadays, we can see that countries can be divided into the poor with the information, advanced with the information, developed with the information. Countries divided into the poor information have particular area. So those are very poor in the information. They'll say poor, not like resources of any organization. Recently, India not aligned with any country, but influenced with the business as a requirement, not as an opportunity. Requirement to conversion dollar, not only the dollar or another rupee. How this information comes? Because requirement is demanding for the rupee value conversion into that particular dollar. Somebody accessible with the available denomination of the particular country reserves can be accessible. At the same time, stocks. Why I'm saying that information is like rich information poor, it divides a country. Those who are well-versed knowledge about that particular information, immediately it reflects the social balance too. And also emergence of information proficient. How emergence happened? We can see page number 257. We feel that information society. Now we call it as information society. Later, we are going towards the knowledge society. With this information, emerging trends, new technological innovations are going to come up. How the new technology, infrastructure development taking place in the global village, the barriers become minimizing the barriers. And also relationship with the other disciplines. How the information science is evolving with the relationship with the other disciplines. It called as interdisciplinary character. If we go for the geophysics, how the information science taken place? Geophysics, example Google. Google is developing as a tool where the materials are going to come up with the exploration. Small example, lithium reserves. Google Maps able to access particular exploration knowledge, sharing of this information with the satellite communication with available society. That is maybe R&D, like in NGRA, NRSA, tie with the advanced resources with the information allowed to form the new faculty or new department or new subject. and also detailed in the particular knowledge too. Previously, engineering was like just a civil. Why it is called as a civil? Because civil means external. If government is, whichever is covering with the government knowledge is a British economic style, engineering, civil infrastructure was there. Later, electrical. Later, specific electronics occurred. Now present, information technology. Within that, computer technology. How the processing of the information as per the retrieval and also storage levels readily available for the users. You can see that behavioral sciences, biological sciences, how the processing of information in that particular level. Social sciences, sociology and economics of information. If you work on the economical political weekly, you can see that the enormous knowledge is coming up with the scientific knowledge in the social sciences also. It also asks influence to develop the infrastructure based on the requirement. How the requirements will be assigned or collected the data based on the access to that particular information. You can see the linguistic studies too. How the expression taken place, how the structuring and also coding and communicating about the ideas. Virtual reality this is taken place only multilingual language where we're able to listen that particular person. No way concerned with the knowledge about the media. Even though virtual reality taking place, how the person can speak, accent that particular area. If the South African person or Negro can talk Telugu, he has a style how they will speak, not like translation mode. So these are virtual reality. That virtual reality appears those who are unable to access physically. So these are knowledge to be equipped with our information professional, mainly education, the library and information science. How the LIS education taken place. You can see page number 259, panoramic view of information science, a cluster of disciplines and also specialities. How it interlink with the other subjects. That's why every time I'm telling you, library science is not only meant for particular discipline. If there is going to come up with a new discipline, we have to be ready to be equipped and also classify that particular knowledge. Keep as a accessible information to the society where we are. I'm very happy to tell about that. How it can be categorized. Even now, Google search is working. Voluminous information can be categorized with the search engines only based on the techniques of the information science occurred. Information science applied decades ago. So these ideas also evolved based on the information theories only. Even last class we discussed about how information theory developed the IT, internet, now Internet of Things. We are very proud to be say as an LIS education, and also be proud to say boldly to attend the needs, user needs, which you can see that any librarian working for that particular college, not only the librarian. I'm damn sure about that. They're ready to serve as a social requirements, even legal requirements, and also facilitate the particular area of that, not only limited to that particular organization. That's why I'm telling, if you become knowledgeable in this particular library science, definitely you are able to ready to serve as per the requirement of the society when you are well equipped with available knowledge in the library science. How the education system is there, how you can get the knowledge by the teachers as well as the experiences, share with your colleagues after attending this particular occupation. And also training and research. You can see how the history of LIS education and training. First library school in the world, opened 1887. There's almost a century old above, almost very old tradition where how the apprenticeship taken place, how the school education and training mentioned that opened by Melville Devi. So he thought that future needs, how it can be attended, and also train the people towards the information society by making a school in a library. You can see that in India, started first training school for librarians in the year 1911. So almost 100 above years at Baroda. Later, Punjab University, Lahore, 1915. And 1929, Madras Library Association started the School of Library Science. And later, Madras University took it over in 1931 as a department. In 1931, M. Thomas, librarian, Andhra University, had run a school librarianship. This stands as a milestone in the annals of libraries, LIS education in the pre-independence India. How it was formed to serve the society. Now, you can see how the shaped, how it patterned LIS education systematically. Certificate, diploma, bachelor's after bachelor education, bachelor professional bachelor, you can see, not just bachelor, LIS professional bachelor education in LIS, professional masters, and master of philosophy, PhD. In this integrated course not mentioned, you can also go through the integrated. When if the course material developed, there was no integrated course. BLIC, MLISc clubbed for 2 years, but our Ambedkar University giving MLIC, BLIC 1 year, MLIC 1 year. MPhil withdrawn from the universities based on the UGC recommendations. PhD, internal as well as external. Postdoctoral, some areas of specializations through the conventional universities as well as affiliated colleges and also registered recognized institutions, allowing students to go for the certificate course or diploma in particular area, online as well as some are going to develop online mode of certificate courses, diploma courses, and also BLIC, MLIC may be going to come up. The university developed courses further is grouped into the professional bachelors, like it mentioned as a not undergraduate, it's like professional bachelor course. The postgraduate is MLIC, MPhil, PhD. MPhil already withdrawn from the UGC. As for the UGC, the courses offered by the open universities and institutes of correspondence courses of the university, formal and non-formal, under distance is a non-formal, formal education system to the traditional universities, learning mode, and the new dimension, hybrid courses are going to run. Curriculum Development Committee already mentioned as per the UGC in 1992. It's a course like BLIC, MLIC programs, included marketing of information because information will become as a commodity. So that it's the influence to introduce a course like marketing of information, how it can be marketed the information to. How the R&D sector also applied with the new applications. That information technology and computer applications to add it based on the requirement of the particular new courses, LIS education in India. You can see page number 260, 261. As for the programs mentioned in that particular course material, based on the availability at that particular time. It will not be the final. Maybe some additions may take place, include the deletions. As for the Osman University, now they are only the 2 years program in MLIC. There is no BLIC. But those who distance mode, they are attending to the Ambedkar Open University. They are giving the 1 year coursework as a BLIC. After BLIC, 1 more year as a MLIC. So you can see that how the distance education also taken place in the media of library and information science, included the media and communication. Pondicherry University conducting the library and information science coursework under the media and communication, somewhere in a science department. So wherever it applied the knowledge based on the particular requirement, even health sciences, they may ask library and information science with health informatics. Those are well versed in the science subject. They can opt particular course in future along with the credits. Those are very much interested. So national education policy may take place even including reflection of the library and information science too. So when the study material prepared, you can see that course content too. Now it may update as per the requirement of particular coursework and also introduce the credit-based system in all institutions too. How the infrastructure development taking place in the LIC education? How the faculty? What is the recommendation pattern of particular panel, UGC panel, maybe staff pattern? Ranganathan mentioned clearly how the staff pattern should be there. At the same time, UGC working on the education system also, how the faculty requirement to be attended. Many changes are coming up in the higher education too, and also working hours in the area of library and information science education. How the teaching methods. Now, recently, Government of India allowed to Ambedkar Open University as a nodal center for record the or influence the blended learning technology to be developed the MOOC system and also access to the particular classwork, study material, electronically, audiographs, as well as access to the students. In future, our department may also start online courses. It's a process going on. Maybe in a blended mode. And also develops how the selection of the students. Majority of the students join in the bachelor degree course as a fresh from the university. Once university required to develop their skills, those are working in a particular area, tailor-made course also may come up to train that particular area or the particular manpower into the field of library and information science by the department too. And also apply the teaching aids. We can provide as a library and information science, now it's not like only the library and information resource center we may call, or else we may call as a term knowledge resource center. Now it's like learning resource center is going to come up. Not only just library and information science aspects, we can also have a access into that audiographed material to be developed in the library in future. Why? Because I'm saying national education policy introduced new techniques into the field of higher education. How the teaching aids to be adopted. We are minimized teaching aids are adopting in a particular area, but new teaching aids, maybe the films or slides, overhead projectors, it can be discussed interaction session between two online as well as the physical mode, treated as a blended learning. Faculty should also be invite experienced professionals. Previously used to tell about that only one teacher was there in the particular class. It's not the one teacher. It may be added particular subject expert to be accompanied to that particular class as a supplement teaching. Not delivering lecture by the single person right now. It can be discussed. It's not like a classroom only towards the blackboard or whiteboard. It becomes a round table too to discuss regarding the particular aspects. So As information science existing as a course, we also be ready for that, thinking about the future needs. And also, what is the literature? Anybody going to come up with that particular research methodology, influence to go for the research? So you have to think about the LS literature, what based on particular problem. How the library science involved in that solving the particular social problem or a technical problem, or as any advancement tool for that access to particular knowledge. If people are like our students, those are ready to go for the already mentioned about the small projects, please complete it. Assignment if you are writing, please be involved in your with your new knowledge, incorporate into the particular assignment, and also mention from where you got. So wherever you are giving quoting, it should be very clear about the examiner or evaluator or else resource person. New knowledge going to share with the people. How best? And also on a better platform. In LS research, you can see how many PhDs come up, what are the titles, for what purpose it is, and any accelerated the new knowledge into particular practice or not. Research is not meant for only that owning a PhD degree to develop or keep as a tag as a doctorate. No, not like that. Because we are the social scientists. We should be come forward to attend the basic needs of the society and also the attend the problem through the intellectual way of thinking. MPhil, PhD, other research programs in LS education. In stock, DRTC is like research oriented. Recently, DRTC asking the person statistical institution under, they want to come up with a particular project, COVID-19, how the literature coming up. They want to analyze the things, duration of the COVID period. So that new trends are going to come up with the LS research tool and also develop the particular tool to attend the basic or advanced needs of the society. And also, page number 269, continuing education programs. After your MLS, you don't stop like only the, yes, certification to be like a librarian. But when you go for that particular area or particular organization, they need differently, not only the library science sector, they need research oriented too. How you can involve in that updating your knowledge and also allowing others to grow along with the requirement, with the developing of the new knowledge and creating of the new knowledge. Previously, corporates like giving the amount to pay as a IT. Now, they are not paying. Exemptions may be applied for that if they come forward to societal services taken place is a CSR, corporate social responsibility taking place. They can open the school educations. They can open the schools to educate among the people. Already is a practice by the industrial sector when they are going to farm any industries to keep industry. They used to call as like social gathering. What are the requirement of the particular area? If they are the laborer are there, so they will develop the schools to attend the labor needs. Those are laborers works in the industry. What about their kids? So they may used to introduce the school education system particular area with the free of cost. It is the same. Now sector is going to have the CSR activities going on. If you become a CSR, if you are evolving in the CSR area, how you can involve in that particular social requirement, social knowledge to attend the goals of that particular corporate sector. So don't feel as only the librarian in the hierarchical sector. As a librarian, you can go into the field of any multidisciplinary areas, multi-disciplines, multivariate techniques also you can apply. Where the social needs are based on that your particular organization goal as per the requirement. You can see that INSDOC, BRTC, DECIDOC, CSR, IL, Institute of Library, Indian Library Association. These are also planning for the system of education, continuous distance education, continuous education programs to the expert in that particular aspects also. We can't say that we are expert in that library science field, we are so great. No, not like that. Every time, user needs in different pattern. That we have to be ready to be equipped to take out that particular knowledge also, to share our staffing pattern too. Mainly, how we are competing. Somebody doing without the knowledge of that, without the certification of the library and information science, we should do in a better way, not like compare with others. We should be very equipped, competitive knowledge to be delivered to the society. Mainly, we have the electronic database, but we are unable to serve the society or our nation or a user what we have. So now techniques are already there. Even any new arrivals comes, we can easily access to the titles or abstract or full text with the specific required person too. Somebody is working on the missile technology. We have to introduce like missile technology documents to the DECIDOC they are giving, or anything like spatial. How the spatial informatics coming up to attend the basic needs of that particular advanced organization. Now, not only the satellite maps. Now, satellite maps conversion is very easy. Previously, used to convert with the overlay method or digitization. Now, we can see satellite maps conversion techniques is with the computer processed and immediately becoming as a map. Previously, when map is delivered means it should be converted first into the map as per the need of the particular area or society. In similar manner, any information required to develop the skills, continuing education program to be given. Similar in the higher education, the refresher courses will be there, FDP programs will be there, or else any forum will be discussed based on the issues. And the issues in MLISc education and training mainly meet the challenges. What is the storage technique? Previously, storing means it was easy in a DOS based. Now, storage means GUI, graphical user interface storage, sound, crystal clear pic or photograph with the processed and presented manner in a less time. And also study of the probable implications of the new mode of service. How the small example copyright and it's an intellectual property right. They have to file it before become as an influential with the society. Copyright processing, like you can see who will be involved. How many people are involved in the Copyright Act and intellectual property rights as a legal profession? We can also work with along with the interdisciplinary mode. And also manpower issues, mainly in the manpower. Once we are going to train our staff in that particular area, how it will be compensated that particular manpower. So let them go to attend the coursework in that particular university, or else we can adopt that technique into that particular program as the in-house training tool to be developed. And also professional outlook, how is the attitude of the information profession? We can go through the issues like we have to face how the accreditation of our society, mainly information and science, information our LIS education, are we accredited or not? No institution in India accredited as per the standards of international. For example, ESR Canada. Why they are not accredited our programs? Because they need to plan how it will be adopted techniques into that particular field. Certain standards to be regulated and also adopt world knowledge into the area where we study. based on the university panel. Information is going to come up good and also existing with broad information. If you single click, many lakhs of pages are coming. So how it will be processed? These are the challenges in a LIS education. What are the search engine techniques will be applied? How it can be elaborated knowledge will be allowed the students or a user or a research scientist to work on their particular program or a particular study can be attended. Mainly, we are coming across online education system. If once online education system comes, how we are able to give the particular knowledge to the teacher to educate themselves based on the new knowledge. Nowadays, if any question in the class online, it can be easy to access by chartboard. Give the answer. But at the same time, it cannot be replaced any person and perception based on the particular emotional intelligence, you can say, or IQ at that particular time, particular jargon, particular genre. So, you can see how the globalization of that knowledge and even including LIS education. Sanjos is working on the LIS education. Even online mode, they are giving the course, but it's not so easy and also not so less cost. It's equivalent to the physical access to the particular coursework to be registered by the credit base. And also some knowledge certification courses are going to come up. How these certificates can be taken place, even including your internet system. Then LIS education too. IGNOU is the first e-learning web-based enhancing training program attended. And also Library of Congress is also working on towards that. You can see Mark 21, how it can be applicable. Last class we mentioned how fast, how best we can adopt that particular regard, apply in our particular library database. We can classify it and attend the classification and the catering tools too. So go through this all LIS education sector, how the coursework is going on. You have to be well equipped with the why the requirement is for LIS education particular program in the field of library and information science. Why we need to be a certified as a library and information science profession. Based on this, how we are able to attend that knowledge sector. So this unit already mentioned crystal clear regarding the LIS education, how the objectives are there in international standards, as well as how we are applying. Dear students, please access impact. Less than 1 minute we have. Open, unmute your things. Kindly, one more. Already minute cast. You are going to ready to go for the next class. Kindly, any extensive lecture you need or any extensive interaction you need, please kindly request to the administrators of our university. Make use of it before writing the exam. Is it okay for all?
Okay, sir.
Kindly access to the information already given in the material and also go to the references. Then you become enormous knowledge comes into that and you can write the exam very easily. Because anywhere, ask externally what is the university allowing the students in that particular course. Example, I can say BLSC from Usmania. Is it readily available? You have to be very ready to answer. Not for the book, not as per the book. As per the present knowledge also to be identified. Okay?
Okay, sir.
So all the best. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Good luck for your exams preparation. If there is a requirement to visit the library every time, I'm telling you, please visit the library and discuss any information required. Okay? Or else call me. Clarify any answers? And discuss elaborately if you go for the research-oriented sector too. Okay. Good luck, Amma. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care, Ma. Switch to another class, please.